Hello and welcome, 11th of June, it's about 8:30 in the morning. I have some severe garlic worries. It's been worrying me for at least a couple of weeks now. That'll keep for a short while. First of all, it's quite breezy today, so I'm going to add some supports to the tomatoes I put out last week. So we'll get onto this in a minute. So onto the garlic then. I almost got distracted by some great pea news, but we'll come on to that in a bit. So same as previous years, started soaking the cloves in water October, November time. After a couple of weeks when they start growing the roots, put them into some soil, transfer them out into the plot. January, February time. Harvest when, I normally harvest when the leaves are sort of half brown, half green. And it's normally on, they're already at the same time, middle of July. This is middle of June, so it's a month earlier. Some are still a bit more green than brown. Some are middle ground, and some, the leaves are brown and dying off. So I don't know if there's something wrong with them. I've seen on social media some places people having problems with garlic this year, or whether they're just ready. So I'm going to take up a couple of the browner ones. Stop procrastinating, Dave. It's time to find out, is there something wrong with your garlic? Let's take one or two up and see. Not good. Not good. I think they've got some kind of a fungal infection or something. That's mushy. That is not good. That is not good. Not good, not good, not good. What to do? What to do? What to do? I'm going to take most of the brown ones, see how many we've got that are still green. Working this out as I go along. Right, do that. All the same, all the same. That is not good. They're all coming up, they're all coming up. They're all coming up. Hang on, a glimmer of hope, a glimmer of hope. A glimmer of hope. That one hasn't started going brown yet. Everything is okay, everything is okay. Think on the fly, Dave. No, don't think on the fly. I don't have to, I can just cut this part of the video, can't I? Don't rush into this, don't rush into this. Contemplate, contemplate. I'll be back in a minute once I've made my mind up. I made my mind up, they're all coming up, they're all coming up. Reasons, maybe if they were more spaced out, they're all near each other. That is some kind of, I'm going to say, fungal infection. It's probably only a matter of time before the ones that look alright succumb. That is maybe not big enough to store, but it is edible. It is edible. I'm going to have to cut my losses, take them all up, hopefully I'll have 4 or 5 that are edible, then at least I've got something. If I wait any longer, I risk no garlic this year. Oh well, get on with that. Well, what can I say? You win some and you lose some. Unfortunately, my lose some is 3/4 of the garlic. Some are alright, like I said, if a little small. We'll have to eat that straight away. Let's try and find some positives. Let's try and find some, come on, let's try and find some positives. I can hoe this, weed it, get something else down. Oh God, something that isn't going to succumb to some kind of rot. I won't be planting onions or garlic there. Oh, my onions are next door. My onions grown from seed are next door. They look alright. They look alright. They look alright. Oh, I wasn't expecting this video to be a man crumbling under the weight of disaster. It's not. Oh, hang on. No, that one's rubbish too. Great pea news, anyone? So I've hoed over that area where the garlic was. I've had a bit of a cry and put the good garlic in the shed/slash greenhouse and away from the rubbish garlic. Doesn't seem quite so bad. I've got maybe 10 good ones and they're a decent size really. So I've put the bad garlic in a bin liner. I'm not going to put that in my compost. Get rid of that, maybe burn it. Anyway, good pea news. Sweet peas are starting to flower. And the peas, the edible peas I've got here, were ravaged by creatures eating them. So a couple of weeks back I put some holly down to try and deter creatures from eating them. It looks to have worked. I'm going to remove the old holly, have a look. I think it's good news, and then if they are okay, if it's a better situation, I'm going to replace with some new holly, because holly does seem to work. Repel creatures who are eating your peas. Let's have a look. Well, that is definitely a lot better picture than it was a couple of weeks back. Looks like the holly works. I'm going to put the old holly back. Add some new holly to the mix as an extra deterrent. Still in a bit of a mood. I'm going to do some weeding. That'll cheer me up, right? So it's the next day. Let's have a weeding update. So I sowed some beetroot a couple of months back, shrouded in weeds. Let's have a look at them uncovered. So the leeks, parsnip, beans and sweet corn I sowed a month ago. Direct sown. I don't normally direct sow my sweet corn. My leeks. Benefits, you don't have to transplant them out afterwards. Negatives, germination rate is not as good. And you have to time it right. So you know the plants are big enough but they don't get shrouded in weeds and lose the competition. But you need to be able to identify where they are, not take up the wrong plants. Parsnips was a great example. Let's have a look at the parsnip weeding. Some nice clean rows there. Sweet corn, germination rate not great, 6 out of about 20. So I moved them all into one place. In a nice block there, so they should be able to pollinate each other. The beans, bigger plants, more hoeing, bit of hands and knee stuff. And then the leeks. Tiny little things. That was a real hands and knees job. A labour of love, if you like. There's not going to be another video for a few weeks, so let's have a quick rundown of what's going on, starting from the top and working our way back. Strawberries, we've got strawberries, everything is fine there. The hugel culture bed is still a grassy knoll. The squash that I planted down there, one's completely disappeared, there's remnants of it, nibbled by slugs, gone. The onion sets I sowed October, November time, they are doing fine, they're going to be okay. And the squash that I've got in the middle of there, that's doing fine too. Next we've got the bed that I've just sorted, all is well there, nice and a bit neater than it was yesterday. Potatoes, tomatoes, sunflowers, the beetroot you saw weeded, onions, sown from seed and transplanted out, they're all doing fine. Pumpkins, and that, where the garlic was, didn't want to plant vegetables there. You probably can't, well you definitely can't plant onions and garlic there for decades. So to wildflower seed, thought that would add a bit of colour. Maybe late in the year for that, but you never know, do you? Fruit zone is looking fine. Apples, we've got apples. Although some plums dropped off, we've still got a few left on the tree. We've got our first raspberry. We've even got some pears. The chilies are doing fine in the greenhouse. Somewhat for long-term viewers. It's back. Potatoes in a fish tank. Hopefully more successful than last year. Right. Thank you ever so much for watching. Click subscribe and send me a comment. I do like comments. See you next time. Cheers.